Alright, we're back. We've had some requests to come back.
I feel like when we come back, we just need an intro song to be like,
You're
my
the...
life was changed when I chopped off half my finger. No, sorry. It's been an eventful day.
Has been an eventful day. May have taken Kirsty to the emergency room because she chopped off not half her finger.
Okay,
The very tip of your finger.
It was the tip of my finger, but it just
There was
wouldn't
enough
stop bleeding.
blood that gagged, so...
Anyway, that was fun. So, if I show you one day, if you ask me and I flip the bird at you, it's not because I'm flipping the bird, it's because I'm like, hey, check out my finger.
Yes. So, anyways, we're back. Hello. Yeah, a few people. We need more episodes. So, to the 5 of you that have binged all the episodes.
Also, everyone that told me in Adelaide multiple times, in both times that I've gone to Adelaide, and gone, where's your podcast? Here it is. Okay, so strap yourself in.
You sound a lot like a Broken Hillian, because in Broken Hill, it's like a colloquial term that you've gone Tadelaide.
Did I say Tadelaide?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, there we go.
It does mould into each other. To Adelaide. Tadelaide. It's pretty... I'm going Tadelaide.
I just am trying to
Wednesday.
fit in. Yeah, you are.
So, I am going on a trip.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us more about that?
I don't know. I was trying to think about it. So I'm doing a master's or a postgraduate, depending on how far I get. And it's basically we just graduate early from a master's. Anyway. You're laughing at me. That's a thing.
I love that you're explaining it. No, I love it.
I'm like not a very academic. So as part of the studies I'm doing at a master's level, whether I continue and do all the subjects I need for a master's or whether I tap out with a postgrad, which is still a pretty significant amount of study, I'm not sure yet. But part of that is going on a field trip to the US of A, which is fun. And we're doing 4 days in Los Angeles on a revival tour. We're going to Mosaic Church in LA and Azusa Street and a few other revival sites, which is good fun. And then the rest of the time we're in Reading for a leaders conference at Bethel. So, yeah, pretty pumped for that. I did go to Bethel a couple of years ago and my life was changed.
It was.
My life was changed when I took a trip to Bethel. Yeah, so what do you want to know? You can interview me.
Oh, I should have got questions.
You should have.
I should have, because we did discuss this, what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so expectations, like what are you expecting this time round? And how was that compared to what were your expectations last time? What were they this time? And then are they...
Then we can do another episode.
Yeah, so we'll do another episode after we find out. What are your expectations for this time you're going? And are they the same as the last time you went?
Well, I don't know if I've really talked about the first trip that I went on. So I went to watch a friend graduate from their ministry school, like from BSSM, and had just the best time. And definitely had some encounters with the Lord, had the Holy Spirit move in me in such a way that I felt intoxicated, which has happened to me other times as well. And if you want Bible for that, go and read Acts, particularly chapters 2 and 3. But, just had the most wild and lovely time. Just really enjoyed it. I remember sitting there, it was Mother's Day on the last Sunday morning that we were there, just feeling so grateful to God. Just for having an amazing time. I think for me as well, it's a big church, obviously. It's a mega church, I think you would classify it as. And just being able to step into church and attend church like a normal person. I don't even know the last time I was able to do that. I've been in small churches in significant ministry roles for a very long time.
Mm.
And so, and even beyond that, I've worked as high school chaplains and stuff. So I knew all the local, there was just never a world where I went to church kind of and had autonomy and was anonymous. So I also got 2 weeks off of being like a mum and all of the responsibilities I have back home, both pastoral and family wise. So that was good fun. And yeah, I was just super grateful. But the last night we were there, the Lord just hit me. And I don't even remember all of it, but basically I wept for about 4 hours and just felt the presence of the Lord so strongly. I was at one point convinced I was just going to stay at the front of their stage forever. I am never leaving this spot. The glory of the Lord is here. And I think the other significant thing is, I've said before, you could have blindfolded me and I would have known that we were, like, I could have told, I might even try it this time. Maybe I'll do that and report back. But I reckon if I was blindfolded, I just would be able to sense, and I am very, like, prophetic, and I have a real sense of spaces and things, and there's a lot of Christianese in this episode, so feel free to send in questions. Anyway, but basically I knew when we were there, just because you can feel the presence of the Lord. And of course God is everywhere, but that's part of the beautiful thing about the Lord, is he's omnipresent and he chooses to visit us in a tangible way. Like, the two things don't actually cancel each other out. I don't want to start preaching at people, that's a whole sermon, but yeah, it was just totally rocked by the Lord. They basically, my friends took me home weeping and just came back for probably a solid 6 months. I couldn't talk about Jesus without crying. I was just really not. Like, my husband came home, Josh came home one day and he's, "Are you okay? This is all fine, but are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm more okay and less okay than I've ever been." And I think I hit the nail on the head in one of our first podcast episodes. I said, was talking about being younger and stuff. I was like, I wanted to love Jesus with everything, but I didn't actually. And then it was like, after this experience, I just was so sold out for him. And also just a huge deliverance in terms of fear. Like, the fear of man was just radically broken off my life, which sounds amazing, but I had to relearn how to live because I was letting fear make all of my decisions for me. So there's a lot of rewiring going on in my brain. I ended up going to Melbourne in the middle of the year. So it was like March 2024. I went to Bethel, went to another big church in Melbourne for a conference in July, which basically Josh just sent me on because he's, I don't know, maybe more of this will make it better. And I think that settled something in me because I was like, is this just something that happens at Bethel because they've been chasing revival and stewarding revival, even not even chasing it, but stewarding revival for 40 odd years, and there's a whole history there you can go and read about. But I'm like, does this even happen in Australia? Is the presence of God manifest like this in Australia at all? And I went to this conference and it definitely was. And so, yeah, that's kind of what happened the first time I went. And I've spoken with other people who've been over there and they're like, yeah, it was fantastic, but they didn't quite have that same, like, rocking that I did. And so it's been really interesting for me going into this trip. This trip is a little bit different because it is part of a study program. And so we've got a lot of meetings with a lot of leaders. There's projects connected with it and different core values that we're looking at, and have to ask, like, intelligent questions and all of those kind of things. And there's a lot less time for, I guess, fun, although I find all of those things fun.
Yeah.
So I'm like, 3-day leaders conference? Sign me up. That's fantastic. Worship night? 100%. Meetings with key leaders? Yes, love it. That is my kind of fun. But my darling husband's, I'm not as jealous now. I realise it's not a fun trip. I'm like, it is a fun... Anyway. So, all that to say, what are my expectations going into this? I'm really trying to have none.
Yeah.
Because... And also, I think my church, when I came back, and you weren't here at the time, but when I came back, you visited not long after and was like, well, something's changed and shifted. Yeah. But the church was that as well. So I don't know I think they're all thinking, if we send Jessie over there again, she's going to start crying every time she preaches because she can't talk about Jesus without crying for 6 months. But
also, there was a time, I remember, when you came off the plane from LA and then you were in Adelaide Airport and you had the few hour layover or whatever to go on the Rex plane to come back here.
Okay, so I think that was actually in Melbourne.
Oh, was that not the same thing?
No, that was this trip when I went up to Melbourne to try and see if this was happening in Australia at all. Right. And so, yeah, but I remember calling you from the airport. That was wild. Yeah. Because, just to give you a basic theology on this, is I don't know if we can...
I'll text him. Sorry, my phone's ringing.
Guess his husband's ringing. Yeah, so basic theology 101 on this is that the devil can't create. And so anything that exists that is evil, that is not of God, is a cheap replica of something that is of God. And so, and like I said, you see this in the book of Acts because they say, oh, we're not drunk as you suppose, it's only 9 a.m. in the morning. So you see the Holy Spirit coming and then people appearing drunk. And so, when we get drunk on wine or drunk on like earthly things or abuse substances and stuff, there's always a come down. You know, we hear that's the classic story of a drug addict. They just need a greater and greater hit. There's always a negative that comes from it. You say stupid things to people, you blah, blah, blah. So, whereas to be intoxicated or drunk or whatever word you want to use with the Holy Spirit is a different experience in that it's a positive, holy, like it's a holy experience.
Yeah.
So you don't tend to make stupid decisions and I'm trying to like, you don't have a hangover, like none of the negative things that exist with normally being drunk exist with it. It's just, but it is that kind of incapacitated almost type feeling.
Yeah.
And so I'd got to the Melbourne airport, I'd preached at a friend's church that morning, I'd been at this conference, I'd just prophesied over all these people, like it was just, and that's not my norm. It was just wild. And so I went to the Melbourne airport and I missed my flight. And I remember distinctively the Holy Spirit saying to me, you need to apologise because they were waiting for you. Because I was just so in another realm almost that I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't care that I missed my flight. Yeah, I'll pay the $40. It wasn't even that much. I think it was $40 to get on the next Rex flight. And then I had to bring a dear friend of mine in Mildura and ask if he could pick me up and whether I could stay at him and his new wife's house because I wasn't going to be able to drive home in the dark. It actually was quite an ordeal, but I just was like, la, la, la. And I went and bought some Peter Alexander pajama pants because I just was really uncomfortable and wanted comfy pants. And they're the ones I sent Scarlett home in the other day.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Peter Alexander is,
Yeah, so shout out to Peter Alexander in the Melbourne airport.
Sponsor us too.
Sorry, we take that sponsorship in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And then, I remember ringing you and just being like, I remember you saying to me, does this mean that you're going to leave your family or something? And I was like, no, my priorities hadn't shifted like that. It was just like, oh, the Lord is doing this in Australia.
Yeah.
So it was just a wild time. And so I feel there's a sense of expectation, but I'm also like, oh, is that actually just fear creeping in?
Yeah. From
those around me that I'm going to go over there and just get completely wrecked again and it's going to cause revival in our church forevermore. And what will that look like? And but I'm just trying to not have any expectations, really. I'm just like, okay, we're just going to go over there. They're in a really interesting season as a church, but I think that's all the more to learn from them because I personally... That's not what this podcast or this episode is about, but I personally feel I've handled it really well. And so, Yeah,
cool.
I don't know if you've got other
questions. Well, I haven't planned anything, so we're just completely winging it right now. I mean,
don't tell them that.
Sorry, we're professionals, and we've done this.
It's literally called unpolished.
It's well, duh. I'm really scared this chair's gonna flip out from behind me. Has that happened before?
No.
Oh, okay, right. If you hear crashing, the chair's just broken. We're not going to edit it out either. It's just going to be a part of your enjoyment. Yeah, so... Yeah, I can't think of anything else to ask you. You, summarise the main part of the trip, which is good.
I guess I'm really excited. What am I excited for?
Yeah, what are you excited for?
I'm just feeding you questions.
Let me just go on ChatGPT. We'll find something.
So find some questions. No, I am excited. People keep asking me if I'm excited. I am in general. It's the first time that I'm flying, kind of solo. There is another lady that's on my flights, which is exciting. But, every other time I've flown, somebody else has kind of been in charge. They take the passports and know what queue and what gate, and I've just kind of followed along. I'm really happy to take the princess seat in just about anything. If somebody else... I think I'm in charge in a lot of areas in my life and I have to make a lot of decisions. And so if somebody else is like, oh, I know how to do this, I'm like, sure, I'll just follow you. I'm just actually so happy to do that. But this time I'm going to have to be navigating things for myself. Traveling is awkward because you're always like, where's my passport? Have I lost my passport?
Yeah.
And I find passports intimidating because there's no spare copy.
Yeah.
So you can't anyways. So that I find it nerve-wracking, but super excited to go to LA. I haven't been to LA before, and we're going to Pirates Cove, which is where there was mass baptisms.
Yeah.
In the Jesus Revolution movie that a certain friend of ours had seen and was like, yes, I know. So there you go. You were like, I haven't seen it. I'm like, well. Anyways, have you got some more questions?
Okay, so what's the heart behind this trip? from a faith perspective.
That's
Really?
such a
Okay, so this sounds like
ChatGPT
you
question.
All right, okay.
No, that's okay. Well, I think I've kind of
There's a
covered
lot
that.
of questions here that you've already answered in storytelling, so it's just kind of like...
Yeah. I mean, the heart really is that it's a study trip. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe can we at home be a part of what you're experiencing somehow? Is there like YouTube channels, or like is there like an avenue that we can watch services or whatever that you...
Yeah, I mean, all of their services are online. I think when I travel, I post a lot on my stories, so people are free to follow me on Instagram if they want. And I had this other idea, which I haven't shared with anyone yet, which I probably should mention to Josh because he'd be the one executing it. But I think I'm going to film a little video to play at church each Sunday.
Yeah.
I think I really struggle sometimes, and then I'm like, no, this is the fear that I'm trying to, like, you know, that I was really free of, and I don't want it to come back in.
Yeah.
But I also am just aware how, like, super egocentric pastors are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want it to feel like it's all about me, but I want the church is releasing me to do this.
Yeah.
They're, like, I'm not taking holidays, they're still paying me while I'm away.
Yeah.
They're letting me do this study basically as part of my job, and so I want them to feel like they're along for the ride as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, is there... So for people at home listening and stuff like that, is there a particular... I know that, like, all the rubbish that's happening in America at the moment is daunting.
Mm.
And everything with that is kind of, are you going to be over there? And is it going to be, like, completely shut the borders and then you're stuck over... Like, you know... But, like...
I mean,
obviously we'll be praying for peace while you're over there, praying for safety and everything like that. But in particular for you and your own walk, is there things that people that are listening and us as your church family and all that kind of stuff, you would like us to kind of make that our goal of prayer and all that kind of stuff while you're over there? Great question, I know. I didn't use ChatGPT for that one. That was my brain.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like I give politician answers because I don't directly answer the question. But my thoughts as well on prayer is for people to just pray as they feel led.
Yeah.
So I struggle when, I don't know, say you get a prayer request and someone's, oh, please pray for this specific outcome.
Yeah.
You know, please pray that I get this car loan. I'm like, well, what if God doesn't want you to get that car loan? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, just bring, you know, if you feel on your heart to pray for me, just bring that before the Lord and let him lead what that looks like, would be my advice.
Has anything happened to you that's cool within the lead up to this trip? Anything really awesome?
That's cool.
I don't know. But ChatGPT said cool. So...
I don't know. Sorry.
People are going to hate me for... she's actually partially packing while we're doing this.
I just got super distracted because the driver's license I have in my purse expired the 30th of August 2025.
Oh.
So...
Do you have a current one?
Well, yeah, technically. I think... Where's my phone? This could be... I'm almost certain I updated it. This could be bad. I don't know. Is there a... Oh no, that's a cat. I was looking for a dum-dum.
No, I like this one. Let's do this one. I like this one. Yay, surprise!
We'll play that one if
Your
I still have a
license
driver's
is expired.
license. No, it expires 30th of August 2026.
Oh, ready?
So... Okay. This is the other thing I hate. And I have become the person I used to really get annoyed at.
Okay.
Because the other big part of this is up until 2024, I had never travelled overseas.
Yeah.
And I had wanted to my whole life.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, yeah, I've never been overseas, but meh. I was the person that had wanderlust on my school diary. Before I met Josh, I was looking into being an exchange student.
Yeah.
And I stayed in the country because I got a cool boyfriend. But... who's now my husband. But... I'd always wanted to travel, and I just remember getting halfway to the US, and I couldn't sleep, and I was uncomfortable, and I just thought, I've waited my whole life to do this, and it is awful.
Yeah.
It is actually the worst. And so I used to hate when people whinged about flying or packing, because I was like, all I want to do is those things.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go overseas. I want to pack. I want to have a passport. And now I have all those things, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pack.
Yeah.
Oh, the flight's so long. And every
Yeah.
time I hear myself, I kind of almost kick myself, because I'm like, this is other people's dream, and you're getting to do it. So we went on a family holiday to Europe last year, so this is the third time in as many years that I'm using my passport. But yes, I do find packing difficult. Now, I don't know, do you need to take ID? I've got my passport.
You got your passport.
I don't think I need to take a driver's license, but...
I don't think it would be accepted anyway. Unless you're going to drive, but you're not going to
I'm
drive.
not driving.
She's definitely...
The
did
people I'm
you
going
hear
with
that?
are listening to this. I'm not driving.
She's definitely not driving.
Because I think you can drive on an Australian driver's license.
and
Maybe
also,
I won't take one. Sorry.
She's just going to be passenger princess.
I have been told that I'm very good at passenger princessing, particularly in giving directions.
You're really good at
being the nav
sleeping
man.
in the car too.
Yeah. This is really heavy.
Which is great when you come back from America, because I will be driving you back home.
Well, apparently your husband might be.
Well,
I reckon he's coming. I found more money.
not if I say so. Just kidding. Okay, no, I can't say that because that's going to incriminate me on the pod. But he won't listen anyway. Okay, so if he doesn't get this job, I might accidentally call him and prank call him and be like, hello, it's from and just thought I'd let you know that you need to go to Sydney for training next week. You can't drive your wife
do
to
that.
Adelaide. I'm kidding. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. That was a message.
Yes.
Yes.
See, people want more podcast episodes, but I don't really know.
I feel like we went through all the traumatic stuff.
I know, we've trauma dumped on the world.
And now we're just kind of, what next?
So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this up and coming trip. I'm just really trying to go into it with no expectations, because that's not really up to me. If God wants to completely do a number on me again, he's obviously more than welcome to.
Yeah.
But if I just go and spend amazing time in worship and get a lot of really good data for these assignments I've got to write. I mean, I'm excited because part of it is implementing a project, so I've got a few ideas for said project within the church space. So I think it's going to be, I had a real sense of anticipation for the church this year particularly, so I think it's all kind of connected, which is cool, but yeah.
I am personally looking forward to when you return and just kind of like bring back all of the wisdom and all of like
no pressure.
No, yeah, I'm putting the pressure on because you're leaving us for 3 weeks.
I'm also away for your birthday.
Yeah, and my birthday's next week, and I'm probably gonna cry. And I chopped my finger off for you.
Why are you gonna cry?
Because I chopped my finger off for you.
How old are you
You're
turning?
still not saying. 28.
No, you're not. How old are you? 28.
28.
When did you turn 28? Last year.
What are you turning this year?
Right, so you're 28. So you had a child at 17.
I'm 28. Yep.
You did not. So I guess you're turning 34.
28. It's also pronounced 28.
34. We should put that on a cake. 34, also pronounced 28.
Because I feel like if I'm 28, I can actually, it's like mature enough to be like, oh yeah, she's got responsibilities. But then it's also, she's fun. She's
28.
She's 28.
Do you think as well, people say that your brain gets stuck at a certain age and you just feel that age forever?
Oh, well, I did die when I was 28.
Were you only 28?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I died when I was 28, so that was that. But so like maybe you guys are all just ridiculing me this entire time, but it's actually a psychological condition that I think that I'm still 28, but I'm actually not. But I'm actually 34, but I'm 28. Actually, I started a new job recently, and a lot of the younger staff, I say younger because they are in their early 20s, so because I'm only 28.
You're not 28.
And they've gone, oh, we were discussing, and we just wanted to know how old you were. Like, what's your age? And I was like, well, if you really must know, wait. And then I'll stop, and then I'll be like, wait, how old do you think I am? And then they'll be like, oh, well, we thought you were like 22, 23. And I'll be like, I'll take it. I'm not telling you my
20?
age
Did they
now.
actually say that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like
Wow.
22, 23. I'm like, am I immature or do I look young? We're not sure.
Little from column A, little from column
I don't
B.
know, but there's a group of ladies at my work that I love. They're like residents and they are, I just love them so much because they always wave me over and go, oh, hello, dear. And then, what do you want me to do? And then they'll say, oh, we just wanted to call you over to laugh at you. Which sounds mean, but...
Okay, so I think... To go deep for a second, I just struggle when you say 28 because
You're also 28.
You couldn't pay me to be 28 again.
Why?
I am nearly halfway through and my 30s, hands down, best decade of my life. I guess it's only the third decade, but they just are the bee's
isn't it
knees
technically the
compared to...
fourth?
No.
Yeah.
How would it be technically the fourth?
Because your first decade is 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Your second is 10 to 20.
Yeah.
Third,
Oh, yeah.
20 to 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah.
it's your fourth decade, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I had to explain that. If someone else is sitting in their car and doing the math and they're like, oh, no, I'm in my fifth. It's fine. Jesus still loves you.
He does. And he didn't get a fifth.
No.
No.
Nah.
So I'm older than Jesus ever was.
I'm Jesus' age. I'm younger than Jesus. I'm 28.
Anyways, but my 20s were just so tumultuous. I got married at 19. I had all these babies. It was just full on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just really settled in my 30s, I feel like. And I've stepped into my own. We've moved out here, which was basically, I turned 30 like 2 months after moving to Broken Hill. So it coincided and I don't know, I've just really enjoyed it thus far. I can't believe I'm halfway through.
Yeah.
So I get told, just for the record, listeners, that I look younger than I am. So, as well. Which is good.
Yeah. It's a nice thing to do.
I had a friend out here that he'd be like, oh no, but you're like in your late 20s, aren't you? For years. Maybe most recently said it like a year ago. I'm like, not that there would be anything wrong with that, but like I didn't have a baby when I was 15.
Yeah.
Like, a 13-year-old.
Even though that is possible.
Yeah. I'm not judging on people that did that. That's just not my story. And so I feel like my child somewhat ages me.
Yeah.
Makes it easier for people to figure out.
I don't know. Well, my child just says, well, that's because you're so old, Mum. Yeah, well, you're so old.
Yeah.
I don't know why I made her sound like Bobo the Clown.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you get
it. I'm really enjoying my 30s.
Yeah.
Also trying to not wish them away because I'm 35, but then I'm like, oh, I still have another 5 years. So.
Can I just tell you, you too can be 28 as well.
No, see, you're like my mum. When my mum turned 40, she stopped having birthdays.
See, I'm not going to stop.
So they became We Love Angela Day, and we just never talked about her age again until we started calling her 60th, the 20th year anniversary of We Love Angela Day, and she was like, it's fine, you can just call it my 60th. So it took her 20 years to give up.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
Are you not, though? Because you've been 28 for a while. Like...
Quick, do the math.
Like 6 years?
Oh, well done.
Yes.
I'm 28 plus 6. But I think the only people that are judging me is you.
Okay. Well, feel free to leave a comment whether you think Kirsty should still be claiming she's 28.
I think so. Anyway. Also, if my daughter was in here, she'd be like, oh my gosh, Mum, stop it.
You're so old.
You're old. Just...
Can we talk about the fact that your daughter loves me and my daughter is a little bit
okay, can we just
aggressive towards you?
Can we just re-quote what she said to me tonight?
I understand what she was trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, I get it too. I just think it was actually hilarious.
I feel like it was actually really rude.
No, it was actually hilarious. So she was in a fluster tonight, and I just chopped my finger off, and blood everywhere. You know, there was like poodles flopping around. you know, it was all.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Kirsty, I love you, but I just hate your personality." And I'm like, thanks. I don't know what to do about that. What do you say about that? I love you, but I hate your personality. Which is kind of saying, I still hate you, but then it's not in a way because...
It's like when you say to a family member or a sibling, or you think about a family member or a sibling, I love you, I just really don't like you.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I think there's that familiar, well, not actually family, but it feels like you're an auntie, so she's, no, I do love you. But
Can I just like...
It's actually your humour. Your humour and her little neurospicy brain just don't connect.
I'm just sorry that I joke a lot about poo and wee and periods. And that's just a whole thing, really. It's...
Anyway, she'll live. But yeah, your daughter
She'll
sometimes
live.
I think comes over under the guise of hanging out with my daughter, but she actually...
Wants to hang out with your son.
Yeah, or me.
Yeah.
Or when I said, "Oh, do you want to shop my closet?" And you're like, "Do you want to shop my closet?" She's like, "No." We have the same style.
We literally
We
wear...
have some of the exact same dresses. Like
We have a lot of same outfits. And
we're
then
basically dressed the same right now.
I'm pretty sure yes.
Without even trying.
We're
And I
wearing
haven't-
hoodies and
leggings.
leggings. That's...
Yeah. This hoodie, every time I wear it, I get annoyed.
I actually love that hoodie though.
No, because they had these other ones, but they were twice the price, and they looked like, you know, those like jerseys.
Yeah.
They have a word on it, and they were just super cool. This was when I was in Europe at the Efteling,
Yeah.
which is a theme park, and these ones were like half price. So me and Josh both got one, but it has no pockets.
Oh, that's rude.
What kind of hoodie has no pockets?
No, that's disappointing. No, I'd toss it.
You'd toss it.
I'd
over
give
that.
it to your best friend. I mean...
There's another one in the wardrobe. Like, Josh doesn't wear his either.
Oh, it wouldn't... He's like...
No,
what?
we both got extra large ones.
Oh, maybe it might fit on
Yeah.
me. He is built like a scarecrow though.
He's annoying. His fitness is annoying.
He's annoying.
I don't feel like...
I feel
So,
like...
probably, this is the other thing with this America trip. At the start of the year, I was like, oh, I'm going to drop 10 kgs before I go, right? And I was like, that's fine. I'll just eat at a calorie deficit and it'll be fine. And I ate at a calorie deficit for a month. And
Oh, you even had GLP-1 patches?
Yeah, I didn't use them heaps, but... Yeah, just did all the things, right? And the weight just didn't shift at all. And so, then I just got really annoyed. So now I'm like... I'd rather go to America fat than not go to America.
Yeah.
But I'm just a bit like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
You're going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. I'm getting my eyelashes tinted, which I think is quite funny because often cry when the Holy Spirit shows up. So.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing was when I had this massive encounter last time, I just felt the Lord say to me, I don't know why you're bothering, as I was putting on mascara. So, I was getting my hair braided. So I can sleep on the plane well, and I just don't even have to think about my hair till I get there.
Amazing.
And I'm getting my nails done, because it's nice having pretty nails when you travel.
Oh, I was going to say it's nice having pretty nails when you're worshipping, because then if you end up going on the camera, you can spot your hands.
True.
You can spot your hands in the pan over the crown.
My hands are normally the ones that aren't just raised. They're like doing loops and twists like some sort of interpretive dance. So
yeah, so having
pretty.
nails like the size of, I don't know.
You're going to get really long ones.
Yeah, like the ones that curl over.
Ooh, no.
Sorry. It's getting late and I just kind of, the intrusive thoughts just creep in.
They do. They're creeping. All right. Well, yeah. So if you're listening to this...
Be safe. We love you. Also, thanks for asking us to do another pod, but also send us topics.
I think, and I'm even going to name drop, I think we need to get Hayley on to do some of her own trauma dumping.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do is really branch out into some guests. She's keen.
Yeah.
We had another friend who said, nope, not in a million years, but I'm pretty keen to have her on as well.
Yeah, we'll just have to medicate her first.
Well, what we could do is just secretly set up the microphones and be like, oh yeah, we've just come over for a cup of tea. And then at the end be like, by the way, we recorded all this as a podcast.
I think that's illegal.
Well, no, not if we...
It's illegal if you don't tell them until...
Yeah, I'm going to just send her the link to the podcast.
How funny would that
I'm
be?
going to tell her after the recording.
Now all
that
our
it was
friends...
recorded, and
Now
can we publish it as a podcast?
all our friends are just going to be so nervous when we go over to their house together now. Shake your hands. Put your hands up in the air. Shake your body. Like... We'd be doing a little shake at their door.
Like a pat down to make sure we're not wearing body mics.
We'll pick up the poodles and pretend that they are not microphones. Anyway, rough.
I do love a good poodle.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah.
I have another friend in town who is a psychologist, and she's also not a practicing Christian at all, and we've been good friends. So I was like, that could be a cool podcast
I saw her the other day, actually.
Yeah.
In Yunta.
Oh.
Yeah. Super random.
Shout out to Yunta. I just love Yunta. It's just so random.
Such a random town.
I went to Yunta the other day, and we were on our way to an engagement party, but there was like horse racing on in town. It's like a big event. And I had pimple patches on, and I had no makeup and my hair in rollers. Just wandered into the Yunta. This is not even the first time I've been in the Yunta servo with my rollers in. And anyways, he's like, oh, you're going to the races later today. I think she thought I was going the other direction. And I was like, oh no, I've got an engagement party tonight in Adelaide. And she's like, oh, okay. Anyways.
Well, I saw her the other day, and I was wearing a jumper that I just made a few days beforehand and said Jesus Saves, which is fun.
Did you make a Jesus Saves jumper?
Yeah, I actually did.
Oh, I love that. I have a Jesus Saves t-shirt.
Oh, fun. See, we're the same. We're the same. Pretty much.
Yeah, so I just thought it'd be cool to interview her on, like, what it's like to have friends that just have a really different worldview
Yeah.
to you, and vice versa. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. We could talk about that. So there's definitely some podcasts. It's just getting it organised, and you went back to work because you need money to live.
Yeah,
Which is
like
a bit sucky of
podcasts
you.
don't pay the bills yet. So
No, so guys, share, subscribe. I hope that if you're driving, that the sun is setting and you're having a lovely time.
that'd be awkward if they're driving in the morning to work.
Sun is rising. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts driving between Mount Barker and Murray Bridge, and it was often that time of day, and the sun would be setting, and I'd be listening to somebody yabber on about something.
I hope the dishes that you're washing are getting clean.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
And I hope if you've got your headphones on or whatever and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go clean the poo from my toilet. Well, yeah.
We have... Congratulations for cleaning your toilet.
Yay!
Anyways, whatever you're doing while you're listening to this, I hope it's just been like having a couple of friends in your ear.
What is that?
The feedback we've had. I don't know. Oh, ba-dum-tsh.
Okay, I thought a rim shot was not that.
I could only read robot because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh. No glasses.
That's how we feel about Kirsty not getting paid for podding.
Yeah, but I chopped my finger off, so we're good now.
Yeah, so...
If only I did it at work and then I could have claimed work cover.
Share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you... Oh, I think I'm yawning. It's late at night for us, but we love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye!
See you, love you, bye!
From Jessie and Cat Kirsty.
What?
That was